Hello, my beautiful people. My name is Kristen. If you are not regularly watching anything else that I put on YouTube, which might be the case, today is different. I am doing a vlog on an upcoming sinus surgery. And it's one of those things, I started my channel to document some stories that were important in my life. I wanted to share things that brought me joy that I enjoyed watching other YouTube videos on. And when I was preparing for my sinus surgery, it was helpful for me to watch some other people's YouTube videos. So I am hoping that by making my own, that maybe that will encourage someone else. So this is my introduction to say that at the end of the day, what we all want to know is all of this worth it, right? Are the dealing with the insurance and going to all the prep work and the doctor's appointments, is it going to make a difference and bring some relief to my life? And basically my symptoms are fairly minor. And so my thought is that if my journey, the answer is it's worth it and it's good, then, and I kind of help you know what to expect, then it'll be a success. So thank you for spending some time with me. I hope to get as much footage as I can, get some other people to maybe take some quick footage that I don't want to subject you to more than you want to know, but that it's just helpful information. So the background, if you are curious, is my sinus surgery will just be to open up a drainage passageway in one of my sinuses, my left main one, and to fix a deviated septum, which I have learned many Americans suffer from that. And sometimes it's helpful to, well, it's probably always helpful to fix it, but is it worth all of the effort to fix it? So I did not even know that I had a deviated septum broken nose until I was 31 undergoing cancer treatments. And actually that would probably make a pretty good vlog too, about what it was like to be a cancer patient and now a survivor and some of the things to expect from that. But we're gonna stick to sinus surgery for this video. So when I was getting treatment for that, they told me, hey, when did you break your nose? And I had a very bad bike accident when I was 12. And they said, well, you broke your nose. And when you get done with your cancer treatment, come back and see me and I'll fix your nose and you'll breathe better. And I've always been a pretty heavy mouth breather and had some sinus issues, but that was just life. And I hadn't really noticed anything unusual for me. And so when I got done with all the poking and prodding and cancer treatment, who wanted to go back and deal with their nose? So I just continued on. I am now 49. I just turned 49 this week. And it has been a increasing problem. Predominantly the past 5 years, I have had multiple chronic migraines, multiple chronic sinus infections, to the point where it takes me out of work, where I can't drive, where it's inhibiting my life. It's not so, detrimental as many cases. And so for me, I term my overall condition as minor on the scale of how bad some people can be. Some people they don't have a choice. They can't function. I've been kind of struggling through, and I could remain to continue struggling through, but my hope and prayer is that at the end of this, it will be an improved quality of life. So currently I have gone to an ENT, Dr. Sultani. He has been very thorough with me, doing lots of scans and tests and explaining exactly what's going to happen. I have done my pre-op work where I've done my blood and gotten an EKG to make sure I'm in good health. So I have been cleared, and I will go for the surgery, which I'll take a little footage of going and after, and I can't do it during, but we'll do some in the hospital if we can, and we'll see what the results are, and I will just be honest with you and give you my opinions and thoughts. So thank you. Let's go see what the surgery has for us. So it's the day before the surgery. Just a couple pieces of information that's really important, that you work well in as advance as possible to get all your pre-op stuff done, making appointments for a physical and blood work and EKG and all those kind of good stuff. I need to go to the grocery store now and get a bunch of soft foods. I was warned that I don't really have a restriction after the surgery for eating and drinking, but because your sinuses are attached to the bones and top of your mouth, you don't want to necessarily eat anything. So a lot of soft foods and, neutral things that will be easy to do. I don't know how hungry I will be. I'm usually a hungry person. I like my food. So we'll see. And I have an 18-year-old son that's still at home. He's a senior, so he will need to prepare a lot of meals for himself in particular. So lots of kind of the already prepped nuke and eat stuff. So having all that stuff on hand, they did tell me to get a Neil Medi nasal rinse something that I've got to find. So anyway, make sure that you give yourself enough time, or what I've discovered is when you let people know that you're going to have surgery, that they want to do something to help, so maybe they can go get some of those things for you or prepare some of that stuff for you ahead of time. So that is my note for the day. I just washed my hair because I'm not sure how, when the next time that will happen, and I'm going to go pick up the food, and then I'm going to have to go into work this afternoon and get everything arranged so I can be out for a week. So it's getting real, and that's my thoughts for the day, and hope y'all are doing well, and I will see you when I'm heading out. Thanks. Good morning. So it is the day of the surgery. We are heading in. My boyfriend David is going to take care of me, so he may pop on later when I'm not able to film and let you know any updates. So I've got my little button-up shirt and my no makeup, and could brush my teeth, but you just make sure that you don't swallow it. So we're going in, and I'm a little nervous, but I know that I'll be well taken care of, and everybody knows what they're doing, and we will let you know how it goes. All right, so we are at the surgery center. We are checked in, waiting for anesthesia, and they put me in a recliner where I get to put my little feet up. I figured if I just paid them $933, I get to put my feet up. All right, so we have seen the anesthesiologist, gotten in the hospital gown, and ready to go back. So I'll see you on the other side.
See you in a bit.
All right, we're out of surgery.
We made it. She did great.
Yes, a little tender, but feel good. Everybody did a great job, took care of me. And we're gonna make our way home, and we will update more from there. So thanks for hanging with us.
Thank you.
All right, forgive the blood. I just had to come on and say that really sucks, and it hurts, and I'm gonna go home, and hopefully the pain medication kicks in and I can sleep. But yeah, there is a cost involved in doing this. Just wanted to report that. Okay, so I'm home. I'm in a little bit of pain, but the pain med at least kind of makes you woozy, so you're not as aware of the pain. But we're gonna hang in there. I'm hoping to get some sleep and food and sleep this off, so I'll keep you posted. All right, it is the day after surgery, and have a couple thoughts to share. So didn't have a whole lot of details to give you yesterday because I was just getting through it, which is what you do. But it went really, really well. I'm really, really pleased with the procedure. Everything was explained really well. And just a side note on narcotics, I know that that's a real problem in the United States, but you have to be a big advocate for getting them when you need them, when you have surgery. You're not going to get addicted to them if you use them correctly, and it's a really helpful thing to your body to get those. So this is my 6th surgery in my life, and I have just learned the value of making sure that you have the medication just to rely on it to relax and let your body heal the next couple days. So that's been my cycle today, has been just to rest and to do as little as possible so that my body can spend all of its energy healing. I'm very pleased at just the overall amount of pain with the medication. I'd say it's like a 5 out of 10. Do you want to say something?
Yes, you're doing great. I watched you breathe through your nose last night while you were sleeping. That's progress, right? That makes me smile. She's doing wonderful. Look at her. She has no darkness, and she's just doing great. So, anyway, positive day. We're doing great. We're going better, getting better by the second.
Yep.
Proud of her.
Yep. And I had a couple other recommendations, but I don't remember. That's part of it too. Makes you a little groggy, but that's a good thing. So I will check back in later and keep you posted on anything else that I think would be helpful to share with you at this point. But that's a really, really important point, because in today's culture, they have to be overly cautious about what they give you, and you're going to be okay. Just take the maximum that you can take. Let your body rest and heal and renew. So y'all have a blessed day wherever you are and whatever you're doing this day. So this is day 2 after surgery. I'm sleeping most of the time. I'm weaning off the pain meds, taking it down each time. It does seem to wear out a little faster, but that's okay. I don't need to have as much sleep. I don't know if you can tell, I do have a little bruising and a little swelling, but not too bad. And I don't know that you can tell, because I do not normally have this wide of a nose, but the stent comes down to right about here on my nose. So the whole pressure and it's just uncomfortable. It's not really painful, but it's definitely uncomfortable. And the most uncomfortable part is that there's so much dried blood. And you know how you kind of have that kind of over sunburn, or kind of where you've got a bad scab and it's just pulling on your skin and you just really wish it would just fall off. That's kind of the sensation that I have up inside my nose, all the way up inside my head. And I think that's what is the most painful part, is that if you could somehow get all that dried blood out, that it would be not bad at all. I think that's the part that's really troubling. So that's my little update on day 2. I'm going to continue to kind of play with weaning down the level of pain meds, and maybe doing some more TV watching or reading, because pretty much all I've done the past couple days is just try to eat and sleep. I did have some nausea yesterday. I ate some tomato soup because tomato soup just sounded so good, and it was too acidic on my stomach, and that came back up. So don't do that. Stick with the bland food. Thanks, y'all. Okay, so this is day 4. I'm supposed to be getting better at this point, which I think I am. I'm down to 1 pain pill every 4 hours. At the end of the 4 hours, I have throbbing pain in my nose, but it's okay. I mean, for the fact that we just had surgery and the stents are still all up in there, which is not comfortable, but it's not sharp pain or anything that you can't deal with. So I'm hanging in there. I'm really looking forward to Tuesday when I get these stents out. I'm hoping for vast improvement after that. And the pain pill does make me tired. It gives me itchy skin and some side effects that aren't pleasant to deal with, but you just deal with that. And I'm hanging in. I don't know what else to say. I guess, it could be a lot better, but I think it could be a lot worse. So overall, I am very happy and pleased, and just resting a lot. I feel like I'm maybe frustrating some people that I'm not getting better quicker, but some things just take time, right? So got to be gracious with yourself and know that this is part of the process if you're going to do it. You're just going to, lose about a week of your life for productivity and all that kind of good stuff. But hopefully it's going to be worth it in the end, and I will keep you posted. Thanks. So I'm at the doctor, going to have the stents out. I think it's going to be like a Band-Aid where, kind of rip it off and it kind of hurts a little, but you're so glad to have it out. So I'll let you know. Thanks. Okay, so that was a little more painful than I thought it was going to be. It was pretty intense, but very short term. The entire appointment from going in to check in to coming back out is less than 20 minutes. So I was probably only with him for less than 5 minutes total. So very, if they say uncomfortable, I would say it's a little bit more than that, but I am a little sensitive to pain, and I haven't had any pain medicine at all in 2 days, so it was like really legit. There wasn't any buffer there. So I'm going to go home and take a little pain medicine and have a little nap, but I will do some final thoughts and then post this, and then hopefully a year from now I will do a full review on the difference it has made as far as sinus infections or headache relief and those kind of things. So very glad that that's over with, and whew, that was intense. Thanks. Okay, so just a couple closing thoughts. It is late on the afternoon of the week after surgery, the day that they took all the stents out of my nose. I was in a little bit of pain when I got home, so I took a pain medicine and took a nap. I had gone ahead and take this day off work because I wasn't sure exactly what all was going to go down today. I do highly recommend that you take an entire week off for this process. I did feel good enough to go out of the house to do a couple errands late in the week after my surgery, but you still have all that pressure and stent or packed gauze in some cases up your nose, and you do kind of need to sacrifice that week of your life. But didn't get a whole lot of productive things done. Did a few gift wrapping and did the rest of my online gift shopping, but otherwise I just watched TV and games and videos and things like that. So that is my assessment of that. I did forget to mention that there were signs posted around my doctor's office and the hospital surgical center that said, do not be filming, that there's a lot of patients and staff that are uncomfortable with the actual filming of it, probably for liability as well as privacy laws. So I know vlogging is a very popular upcoming thing, but do be respectful of that. That was one of the main reasons that I didn't film as much, but hopefully you got an idea of what to expect and are either feeling a little bit more prepared or a little bit ready to take this on. I'm going to do a part 2 on my 1-year anniversary and talk about how it has affected my chronic headaches, migraines, and sinus infections. So fingers crossed this is going to make a big difference. I can already feel a fairly significant difference in air intake in my nose, particularly the left side, which was the blocked side. So my fingers are crossed. Thank you for being on this journey. If you do have any questions at any point, no matter how long ago this video was posted, please feel free to leave them in the comments, or my email is MomentsofSanctuary@gmail.com, and I'm happy to answer anything specifically about my case. Again, my case is very mild compared to most of those out there, so hopefully this will be a good sign for you that you can do it or that it'll be worth it for you. Blessings.